There are many haunted houses scattered across the United States, but none hold the mystery, the secrets, and the ghosts quite like the Winchester Mystery House. Built by a grieving widow and funded by a fortune made from death, the mansion's endless hallways, staircases to nowhere, and doors that open into walls have baffled visitors for over a century. But what's more terrifying than its bizarre architecture are the restless spirits that are said to haunt it. To understand why this home was built, we need to step back in time to the 1800s. Sarah Winchester was no ordinary woman. Born Sarah Lockwood Barty in 1840, she grew up in New Haven, Connecticut, a woman of wealth and status. But her life changed forever when she married William Wirt Winchester, heir to the Winchester Repeating Arms Company. The Winchester rifle, known as the gun that won the West, brought fortune and fame to the Winchester family. It also brought unimaginable death and destruction. Tens of thousands of lives were taken by the rifle that William's father created. And in the shadows of that success lurked a curse that would consume the lives of everyone touched by the Winchester name. In 1866, tragedy struck the Winchesters. Sarah's infant daughter, Annie, died of a rare disease, leaving Sarah devastated. She had barely recovered when, just a few years later, her husband, William, succumbed to tuberculosis. Heartbroken and alone, Sarah was left with her vast fortune. But it wasn't just grief that weighed heavily on her. It was guilt. It's said that Sarah Winchester believed she was cursed, haunted by the spirits of those who had died by the very weapon that made her wealthy. Desperate for answers, she sought guidance from a medium who would change the course of her life forever. In a seance, the medium told Sarah that the spirits of those killed by the Winchester rifle were seeking vengeance. They had cursed her family, and the only way to appease them was to move west and build a house for the dead. But here's where the warning became even more bizarre. The medium told her to never stop building. As long as construction continued, the spirits would be kept at bay. But the moment she stopped, they would come for her. Taking the medium's advice to heart, Sarah moved across the country to San Jose, California. And there, with her vast fortune, she purchased an 8-room farmhouse and began the project that would consume her for the rest of her life. For 38 years, day and night, without a break, construction on the Winchester Mystery House never ceased. Sarah hired teams of carpenters and craftsmen to build her a sprawling mansion, constantly expanding, altering, and redesigning the house. It's as if the very walls were shifting to keep up with her fevered imagination. And the result? A bizarre labyrinth of over 160 rooms, hallways that twist and turn into dead ends, staircases that lead to ceilings, and doors that open into thin air. Many believe Sarah's strange designs were intentional. She built the house like a maze, with hidden passageways, spy windows, and secret rooms to confuse and trap the spirits that haunted her. She was constantly trying to stay one step ahead of the ghosts that followed her. But no matter how much she built, no matter how many rooms she added, the spirits still found her. Visitors to the house have reported hearing footsteps echoing down empty hallways, the sound of hammering in the dead of night, and cold drafts that sweep through rooms with no windows. In 1922, Sarah Winchester passed away peacefully in her sleep at the age of 83. The construction of the house stopped immediately. Her will left behind a house of confusion, fear, and unfinished business. Some say the moment construction stopped, the spirits finally caught up with her. To this day, the Winchester Mystery House remains one of the most famous haunted houses in America. Thousands of visitors come every year, hoping to catch a glimpse of the strange happenings within its walls. Some report seeing shadowy figures darting through the halls, hearing the faint whispers of spirits, or feeling a cold hand brush against them in the dark. And while Sarah Winchester is long gone, many believe she never truly left. Her spirit still wandering the endless hallways, searching for peace that may never come. But was Sarah Winchester truly haunted? Was she simply a grieving widow, driven mad by loss? Or was she genuinely building to escape the wrath of the spirits she believed were hunting her? Paranormal experts, skeptics, and historians all have their own theories. But the one truth that remains is that the Winchester Mystery House continues to mystify and terrify those who walk through its doors. The Winchester Mystery House is a monument to mystery and madness. Some say it's just an eccentric house built by a woman who was lost in her own grief. Others are convinced it's a place where the spirits of the dead still roam. The question is, do you believe in the ghosts of the Winchester Mystery House?